See if it's too dark with that. How's it look?
About the same.
Yeah?
That's fine.
It's got decent low light.
See?
Yeah, that's good.
I'm surprised this shit works. I'm cool with it.
Yeah, that's a pretty funny room. That's like actually really solid. I don't know if it's like wide on the
We already got a couple people in here. 2, 3.
Nice.
Alright, so it looks like we're starting. Hope they can hear us. Pretty sure. It has to be close enough. We might have to talk a little louder.
Yeah, I think it's fine.
Cool. About a minute in. I guess we'll just take a drink before we start.
Alright, cheers.
Yeah.
Podcast round 2.
Here we go.
I guess to jump on in.
Wouldn't hurt to do a little background.
Yeah,
Yeah,
to do like what we're all about and stuff.
pretty much.
Connor, 23, San Diego. Photography, videography is kind of my thing. It's kind of what I'm trying to make my whole go-to be is making a living through art, which is probably like the hardest fucking thing to do. Make money through things that people generally don't want to fucking pay for.
Yeah.
But that's the goal. Like, that's what makes me happy. So I'm trying to go all in on that. And that's kind of what this whole podcast is going to be about, pretty much, I think. To kind of sum it all up, I think that's like where like most of our topics will probably end up being at, is what we're trying to accomplish and just where we're at, where our heads are in terms of like, I don't know, just where we're at on our path and like on the journey of trying to make that that dream a reality. So that's me. That's what I'm trying to do.
Pretty nice. Yeah.
Right?
Shit. Tyler, 23. I mainly just do music shit. That's all I'm about. Recording mainly. Yeah, I guess this whole thing is just kind of like almost like a documentation of what we do. Hoping like people can relate, or like at least maybe inspire some other people to try new things. So we were always kind of like, I don't know, always doing different shit, trying to figure it out. Yeah, so it's cool.
Yeah, I mean, you left high school to play music.
Yeah.
Essentially. I mean, we didn't drop out, but
we just did
kind of.
Yeah.
We didn't really do anything, which was kind of the best fucking thing that ever happened.
Really forces you to like stick with it.
Yeah.
It's throwing your eggs in a basket, which is scary, but like I think we had some moderate success doing it.
Yeah,
got to tour and got to do like the stuff we wanted to do.
Right. I think if you really think back to it too, like if you think of somebody that did extremely well in like a traditional high school, like I don't really know what did that really mean, you know? Like, I mean, obviously like your grades really matter in high school to like where you would want to go to college, but we already had that mindset of like that's not what we wanted to do anyway. By the time we were in high school, we knew like we're not going to go to college anyway, probably, you know. So
yeah, I think it's important for real specific stuff, but I think because we're just kind of artsy fartsy. There's nothing that I'm not bashing on that goes to college. If you have that, that's great.
Yeah.
But I think you gotta just take it upon yourself at some points to do it yourself instead of like, I don't know, like go pay thousands of dollars, go into debt, trying to do something you like, where you can just do it.
Yeah, that brings up like a way bigger point too, is we're in a big shift of like that whole thinking, because I grew up with my parents always telling me like go to college, get a good job, but that formula doesn't fucking work anymore. Like it just doesn't. Like it puts you in more shit than it did in the past. Sure.
I think exactly. It's like a shift. Everyone. It's hard to go to school now, and then like you're still gonna work at like Jimmy John's or it's hard to get like something real time.
It's interesting too now because our parents understand that, like our parents' generation like get that more now, even though that's what we grew up with them teaching us. It's like it's just reality now. It's like you can't keep pushing that. Like the parents that are still pushing that to kids, like I don't know if they're just fucking, you got to be blind or something, you know, because
we're a technology age. There's information everywhere. I think that's like that. I think that would be my biggest argument.
Yeah.
When they
the
say
biggest shift.
Yeah, because like you can literally go and like, do you want to go play guitar, man? YouTube it.
Exactly.
Yeah, you don't have to go like take lessons. I prefer lessons, but you don't have to. It's not like you're shit out of luck if you don't. I think the biggest thing is self-drive. You know,
Has to be.
You gotta make sure like your head's in it, and because you can do literally anything you want. Put your head into it. You just maybe you have to work your ass off a little harder.
Yeah.
But there's like, why not if you're really into it? Yeah, internet changed the game, like everything. Well, like we're still new to it, man. Cell phones are still like pretty new.
Yeah.
It's like social media. Fuck.
Yeah, and social media is like becoming a weird term in my opinion too, because it's really not just like a social media anymore. Cause like even just a couple years ago when businesses didn't take it so seriously, you know, like businesses they weren't so much like on. It was kind of weird if a business was on like Instagram or something like that.
For sure.
Or it really just wasn't even a thing. But now, like businesses are on social media, quotation marks, because it's not really just a social media platform like to talk to your friends or like share pictures with your friends. It's way more than that. It's like it's just the internet like now. You know, like it's all just on our phones. Like people are barely on computers anymore. Like because no one needs to be. So.
Yeah. Like you can look at that Wendy's shit. Wendy's is they're like blowing up on Twitter and shit. They're doing well. I bet it helped their numbers.
For sure. And it's just because, and that's weird too, because all they did was like humanize themselves. Like Wendy's like humanized their brand. Like just by talking shit or saying funny replies.
Exactly.
And it's like damn, like Wendy's is funny. Like I want to go eat Wendy's now. Like that's really weird. But it's awesome. Like that's changed the game for business also, which is...
Because I think with this generation, like, we want to be serious, but at the same time personable.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have to, like, brands don't have to seem like some corporate bigwig shit. It can be funny. You can go on Twitter and talk some shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then you'll get a reply. Like, I think that's nuts that you can do that. You couldn't do that before.
Right. It's kind of, that's like a big thing of, I don't know why this makes me think of, like, rock stars back in the day, like where you didn't really know anything about them. That's why they were rock stars, because it was just like you saw them play and like maybe you saw like a documentary about them, like, but you didn't really know what went on behind closed doors. That's why, I don't know, like you kids had like posters of them on the wall and stuff, but now everything's like so accessible to, like, you look at a dude in a band or something and you know exactly what they're all about. Which is cool. Like, it humanizes everyone, too. Like, you know exactly what you're getting.
Yeah, you can literally go see what that person's saying on Twitter and shit.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I have an idea.
Yeah. It's wild, man.
I think it's cool. It kind of, like, there's pros and cons. I think it does kind of dilute things.
Yeah.
In the sense of, like, there's too much information.
Yeah.
To where, like, people... I guess it's, like, a huge generalization, which isn't great. But I see it a lot with, like... Maybe someone does something and they just like, they get a reaction, so they try to do it bigger and bigger.
Mm-hmm.
Like you see people like that just film shit now, and like they don't even help people. They just like,
that's true.
Like views.
Have you seen
it's
that?
Fucked up.
What's that weird Netflix original?
Yeah.
Black something.
Black. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, have you seen that episode where the people just film and like they don't help the person getting hunted or whatever?
Yeah, that's fucked up. That's super real, man. Everything they kind of talk about. That's where I think, like...
That's a weird point, though, too. But at the same time, I think, like, that people are better than it's, like, made out to be. Like, I don't know. I think that there are people that might do shit like that, but I think at the end of the day, like, people want to help, you know? Like, that's, like, a weird, like, way of thinking of almost like a... Like when someone says like, oh, like you young kids are always on your phones, you know, but it's like, I think it has a big negative stereotype like that, where I think it does more good than bad, for sure. Like,
I can agree, where you can you can text your friend that's literally like out of state, and you get a like instant reply, or you can play a video, like my new shit now is iMessage beer pong, dude.
Yeah.
All about that shit. You got like 3 games going.
That's good.
And you can be out somewhere and then like
that's really fun. I've been doing the same thing.
Yeah, that shit's tight. I think that's what's cool. Like that. Those are like the perks. And then like being able to sell like pretty much anything you want online.
Yeah.
Like, you can, like, just go on Craigslist, offer up, and be like, hey, I got this shit, come pick it up, give me some money. And, like, it's that easy. They shoot you a text, they're there.
Yeah.
Uber, dude, that's a huge one. That's a game changer.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely more pros than cons.
For sure. I think, there's a lot of, like, still negative stereotypes that float around, but I think that's a big, like, old way of thinking that it's starting to shift also, where, I don't know, because I thought of things like that at one point where people are, I don't know, like, two friends are hanging out and they're both on their phones, but, like, maybe they're getting shit done. Like, you don't know what's going on, you know? Like,
That's
you
true.
see, like, two friends eating lunch, like, out somewhere, or even, like, a couple in a relationship, and they're, like, but they're sitting across from each other, both on their phones, but maybe, like, one dude just made a business sale or something like that, you know? Like, you don't really, like, those possibilities are endless, whereas maybe before they were just sitting, eating dinner, and not talking to each other. Like, what's really, but now they're doing something that they like, you know? I don't know.
I think
It has, like, its,
withdrawals.
yeah.
It could work, like, I get what you're saying, but I also think, like, that's also an issue, though, where people aren't paying attention to each other as much.
Yeah.
Like, we'd be, like, texting, like, I'm super guilty of this.
Mhm.
I'll be out with friends, or they hang out in my living room with, like, friends, and I'm, like, texting other people.
Yeah.
It's kind of fucked up for people I'm hanging out with,
I
maybe.
think it's a balance, yeah.
Yeah, I know I'm on my phone a lot, and, like, dude, that's, like, one thing. I want to cut that out at least a little bit. Like, I try to throw my phone, like, maybe in a different room to go mainly focus. As long as I know there's nothing going on, you know?
Yeah, I think that comes down to, like, also is this is all super new, like, it's like a new toy, for sure, you know, like, always having, like, that instant gratification of, like, being on your phone, like, swiping and seeing something new, and, like, so I think, like, it's still, like, us as, like, figuring out how to balance it.
It's a lot of power, man. It really
Yeah.
is. I think a lot of it, too, like, you can see people with, like, a couple million, like, I don't know, it's Ariana Grande or something like that. Like, social media, she posts something, it's like, it blows up, it's crazy.
Yeah.
That's a lot of power if you think about it. You
Right.
Can, like, you can influence a lot of people really quick.
Shit, man, I mean, as many people, like, don't like, obviously, our president, he can tweet something, you know, I think he has, like, probably up there on some of the most followers,
Yeah,
I assume,
sure.
I don't know, but, on Twitter at least, but people, like, whereas before, like, all that fake news bullshit, you know, like, I don't really know, I don't pay too much attention to politics these days, but, like, he can tweet something out, and it's directly from his mouth, so if, like, someone's saying something that, like, I mean, this is, like, big picture Donald Trump, like, it's the top of the top, but, like, it goes for everybody, like, somebody's saying something about him, but it's, like, it's directly from Donald Trump's Twitter, like, you can't get more direct than that to, like, our president, you know, like, that's what, from his mouth.
Yeah, it's almost getting texted by him.
Yeah.
Know? It's there.
Direct information, like, it's, I don't know, it's cool, like, there's those, like, huge perks of it, so.
Yeah, it definitely breaks down some barriers.
Yeah.
Puts it in different perspectives. Yeah, crazy time to live in, man. Like, I wonder, like, so, like, we have kids now that haven't grown up without a cell phone. I remember cell phones were, like, I got mine, in 4th grade, I think. I was, like, 9, 10.
Yeah.
And it was just for, like, calling, you know.
For sure.
I never texted. I had, like, Snake on my phone.
Brick blaster.
That was as good as it got.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I definitely didn't even have a camera on my first phone.
Yeah.
And
I
then
remember.
flip phones were
Nokia.
cool. Then
Dude, did you see, like, Sweden or, like, some country, like, just reintroduced, like Nokia came back as a phone company, like, and they liked those old weird, like, bright colored Nokia brick phones.
Yeah.
Like, that's so weird, and they're, like, expensive.
I think they have, like, a 30-day battery or some shit.
Really?
Yeah, it's
that's fucking sick.
Yeah, it's super long.
It's just like they're just the ultimate hipster country. Like, the whole country as a whole is just
trying
like,
to break shit back.
Yeah, that's funny, man.
It definitely, that's.
I'd get one for fun.
Yeah, it'd be like
the burner phone.
Yeah, for sure.
Drug deals.
Don't have to think about it. You just have, like, can't really crack the screen on it. You probably break the fucking sidewalk.
Dude, I went without a phone a couple of weeks ago, but I have a work phone that's just a flip phone, like, and I straight up, like, I had to use it for a week, and it was like, I was trying to get a hold of you.
Yeah.
I couldn't find your number, or I don't know what was going on, but I had like a couple people's numbers, and it was honestly pretty fucking miserable, man.
Oh,
It
you didn't
sucked.
like it?
No, dude, I hated it. I was at work, like, I had the truck that I was driving had no radio. I was in the
Oh,
truck like
shit.
most of the day. I had like, dude, I was just like taking videos of myself and like watching them back. Like that's how bored I was. Like it's crazy, dude. Like I had nothing to do. I had a
Damn.
flip phone. No, like, because maybe back in the day, like, if I had a flip phone, I would at least have an iPod, you know?
Yeah, that's
something.
true. Dude, I forgot
But
about
even
iPods.
then, you had, like, pre-prepared shit on your iPod. That's all you got,
Yeah,
dude. Like,
yeah, you got
that's
cool
it.
albums.
So you better, like those fucking 6 albums you got on there.
I forgot about iPods, dude.
You know?
Oh, shit.
iPods are pretty dope. I would, like, maybe have one. Nah, there's no point.
Nah,
there's no
iPod.
fucking
You
point.
can just stream music now. It's
Yeah.
fucking crazy. Anything you want, Spotify most of the time has
Mhm.
it. So you're just like,
Spotify,
oh,
Apple,
okay,
yeah.
I want to check it out.
Dude, there's been nothing that I've wanted to find that hasn't been on Apple Music. Like,
They're game changing, dude.
I,
Kind of fucks things up, but like, I don't know if it's bad or good yet.
yeah, you see, Apple has that TV show now too. Like that's
TV
just
show?
the one of like the first. It has that Gary Vaynerchuk dude on it, like Planet of the Apps. It's like where they, so it's like a fuck. What could I compare it to? It's basically like creators like pitch their app to like for celebrity judges and stuff.
Kind of like Shark Tank or no?
Shark Tank, exactly.
But,
for,
like, just
for
apps.
apps, yeah.
That's
not-
cool. I
Yeah,
like that.
not for business ideas. So that's like, that's just, I don't know, like all, like that's Apple. That's just an Apple company that got a TV show now. You know, like that's crazy.
That
Like,
is wild.
and if you think about like Netflix and stuff like that, like how their originals like pop the fuck off. Like
Yeah, they're
better
taking-
than
Yeah,
shit, HBO and shit like that. You know.
they're super taking over. They're
Yeah.
doing, you can like check out, like even YouTube's huge, man.
Mhm.
You could go check out like numbers from like some big like networks like
Mhm.
Fox or some shit like that, and you can compare it to these like YouTube channels, and like
Yeah.
YouTube channels are slaying those networks.
For sure.
I doubt we'll have like, I'm sure there'll be like some like form of cable, but it's it's going.
Yeah.
It's
They
definitely
gotta
on its
fight
way.
back. Like that's the only thing. They have no choice, or it just dies out. And like we're in a big like transition period for sure. Like this is like the biggest like shift, like the biggest culture shift that since what like TV, since radio to TV.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're right in the middle of it, which is pretty crazy. It's a crazy time to be around for it. Like, yeah, because people either have to like nut up or shut up, like with it. Because like radio's still around, like TV won't go anywhere. You know, like there's still radio shows. Like
Exactly.
obviously, like it didn't go anywhere. There's still always going to be TV. Like just like radio's still here. So
maybe just like in a more pure form.
yeah, something.
Like they have to
something
do
has to happen.
something different.
Because like fuck, man. Like Facebook's gonna probably have movies, you know, like
Oh, I bet.
eventually, you know, like
Why not? It's like the biggest thing.
you know, yeah, exactly, like it, cause they can, like you're gonna watch a Facebook movie one day probably, you know, like an exclusive Facebook movie, like you gotta go on Facebook just like you do on Netflix, you
Yeah.
know, so I don't know, it like all that shit like completely shits on like HBO, like just cable stuff like that, and
We had to like watch ads. We're in like this. Like,
Yeah.
we're so, the generation we're in is so quick and now.
mm-hmm.
Like what Netflix just throws a season out, right? To do like a series and it's just the whole
Just the
season.
season,
And you can
yeah.
just watch it.
Dude, that's like a,
Binge it, dude.
that's
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah, that's a that just gives people the motive to binge.
I like that though, because it's kind of like on your time.
That's
you
true.
Because like, I guess how I work, I try to do the most shit I can do, and then when I have downtime, I just like, I go through the shit I like. I'm like, all right, fuck it. I got some time to kill.
Yeah.
So I don't have to wait like a week to go like catch up on my like show I want to watch. I wonder what the switch is gonna be though. What do you like? What do you think is gonna happen? Like with TV, internet, where it's going.
Like when is the final like breaking point or what?
What do you think it's gonna like adapt to?
Hmm.
Like, how much bigger does it get?
It's hard to say, man. I don't know. I don't think it just dies out, you know, for
Yeah,
sure.
no.
Like it's not just gonna die, but I don't know, yeah, it definitely like already taken a back burner to like if you just look at numbers of things and like or just like what everybody's doing. Like you don't like even see families that come home and just like sit on the couch and watch normal cable anymore. Like, you know, like no one in your family that you know does that. So I think it already is like pretty much gone. I think if you don't like see that, then it's just, yeah, you're fucked.
Yeah, I know. It's weird because I don't. We still pay for cable at my house.
Really?
I never watch it though. Like usually.
Is that you,
Yeah, my roommate does.
Yeah.
Just for like wrestling. That's literally that's about like we have the bundle.
Yeah.
It's expensive, dude.
Yeah.
It's like $150.
That's a weird expense too, man. Yeah, like that's just another expense that's thrown on there that's just like unnecessary now. Like, cause you're going to pay for internet no matter what, and then with the internet you have all this shit already, so it's like, why? Oh shit, you got 20%.
Oh man, that's pretty boring.
So I'm killing it.
Yeah, I know. I kind of figured.
I didn't think it killed it that fast. Yeah. You might as well see all the live streams, dude. You can bring it over here.
There's like 6 people.
Probably have some people coming through.
Let's see where we could put it. I bet like it'll do better than probably here it is. I don't know how good that looks.
Oh, the Sweeze is here.
Oh, the swaz.
Huh, where's the comments though?
I don't know. Maybe they're off. I have no idea.
Oh, well.
It goes back to that internet thing where it's getting more like more and more of a powerhouse. I think it's just gonna take everything over. Cause knowing me, dude, I can like find anything I want on the internet. It's like it's still a Western kind of world, you know. Like there's no real laws and regulations yet.
That's true.
They're starting to crack down on it a little bit more. There's like some more regulations.
Yeah, with like downloading and shit. You mean?
Yeah, big time.
Yeah. Yeah, it is like free game. Like the whole internet's it's just there. Like, and you gotta. I don't know. There is really no rules on it. I don't know. That brings me to like a weird thing. Like, did you see that Snapchat update with the map thing?
Yeah, I didn't do it. I stopped using.
Why?
I just stopped using Snapchat.
I just stopped using it. So you don't use Snapchat already?
I haven't had Snapchat in about 2 months though. So it wasn't because of that I quit. I just was
okay.
like, I was kind of over it. I just didn't like the formula of Snapchat.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, yeah. I've seen a lot of like weird complaints of people that that don't like it because of what
privacy and shit. Yeah.
Privacy, yeah. But that's so weird that I don't know. That's just there just really isn't. Like, you already sign up for not having privacy as you're on Facebook, or even when you do a Google search. Like, you don't have it anymore. Like, if you ever notice, like, what things are in your Facebook newsfeed is what you've Googled, you know?
Yeah, it's fucking weird.
Like,
or talk about, dude.
I mean, that's all very true. Like, it just is what it is. Like, but you gotta think, like, what are people like actually out there using your info for fucking bad? Like, they're like, what's the percentage of people that are like taking that info and they're like, oh, I'm gonna fucking murder this dude, you know?
Yeah,
like, that's just not happening. It's more so like it's a business, you know? Like, now, like, you Google something and then you're on Facebook next week and it's like, oh, there's that car I was Googling because I'm in the market to buy a car or something.
Super wild.
So it's just like, yeah, it's crazy. Like, for a while when I wasn't paying attention to things like that, I was like, I would see it and just be like, oh, this is fucking weird. Like how is this happening? But then, I don't know, we've signed off all of our privacy, you know? Like, it's just non-existent anymore.
It's been long gone.
Yeah.
Even like, Facebook, dude, eats it up. You can check in anywhere.
Yeah.
That's what I don't like, man. It's like fucking checking in places.
Yeah.
Well, it's just like a sick restaurant. Like, I'm like, oh, this is pretty cool. Yeah, but most of the checking in's weird if you think about it.
You don't like that?
Nah, not really.
Really?
I'm still like on the edge of like, I don't really care for the whole
location.
Yeah, I'm just not really down for that for some reason.
I
don't think everyone needs to know where I'm at all the time.
Yeah, and that comes down to personal, for sure. That's just like your personal preference. Like, you don't want people to know where you're at all the time. I don't know. I can't see a negative in it. Like, for me, like, I don't really see the bad in it. I don't see something extraordinarily fucked up happening to me because I have like my Snapchat map on to my friends, you know? I don't see like, so it's the people that I have on Snapchat that are my friends can see where I'm at, you know? I don't know. I don't really see.
It's like when you share your location on your phone, right? It's like the same shit.
Yeah, so I don't think the Snapchat thing doesn't like pinpoint it. Like, it's not like they can like map to you. Like, they can like start a map open. Like, I guess they could get that general location that you're at, but they're not gonna like go to my apartment. Like, they know exactly what apartment I'm in, you know?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I mean,
still
I guess
just general, like where it's at.
You could, I mean, it just depends on what kind of person you are, I guess. Like, you could be, like, if you're, like, paranoid about things like that, you know? But, I mean, that's very real. Like, it is okay to be fucking scared about things like that.
Yeah.
You know? It just depends, I don't know. I guess I'm just not, fuck it, come kill me or something like whatever. You're gonna kill me on my Snapchat location, like...
Yeah, if you're gonna be that crazy
off,
anyway,
like,
yeah.
You're fucking crazy. Somebody wants me to die that bad. But...
They'll find a way.
Yeah.
Yeah, Snapchat's not gonna be the one way. Like, whoa, dude, without this, we've never known.
Yeah.
It's so hard to track this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do think, like, I guess what I think concerns me is, like, younger generations. As like, guys we're still young, but, like, the younger kids, you know, doing the Snapchat shit.
Yeah.
Fucking old guy saying this shit.
Right.
Oh, Snapchat's ruining everything.
Yeah, we're kind of like a funny middle ground because we didn't, because we grew up on both sides of it. Like, we had cell phones, but they were, like, me and you both grew up with a cell phone, like, in our teens and preteens or whatever, but it was not, like, the cell phones we know now. It was just, like, we could text our friends, and that's what we did. And we even, like, we call our friends. We don't do that anymore. We don't even call our friends.
I like doing that every now and again.
Yeah, no, it's still really nice to... I'll call for sure if it's, like, pressing. But at the same time, like, if someone calls me and I'm, like, busy, I'm almost, like, kind of annoyed. Because
Do you feel, like, antsy to answer and shit?
Yeah, or, like, fuck. I think for me, it's, like, I'm busy, like, you motherfucker, why don't you just text me, like, and I'll get back to you when I can. So, I don't know. I mean, yeah, I guess I don't really get mad, but it's just, texting is on your time, you know? It's like, so I'll get back to you when I can with this text, like, so, but yeah, no, I'll still call people, like, when it comes down to it.
Yeah.
I like that, the convenience of texting, though, for, just, like, it being whenever you want to.
Wonder how that is in, like, schools now. Because, because they could, like, take your phone in school.
Yeah.
I wonder if they can do that now. Because they're like, almost like a new thing.
That's true, yeah. I used to get we would get our phones taken away. But, like, how could you stop something like that now? Like, I remember when we were in, like, your whatever in-between classes things, you had a couple minutes to get to your next class or whatever, but, like, and they would even be like, then, don't have your phone out. I don't know how strict. They weren't super strict on that.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, but...
Yeah, I always have my shit out.
Imagine how much they can't enforce something like that now. Like, high school, middle school kids, even elementary school kids. Like, everyone's got like, all these kids have a cell phone, so... You can't take their phones away. Like, you just can't.
Yeah, I feel like...
I don't think so.
Not anymore.
You have to, like... The only thing you could do is, like, call their parents and be like, hey, they're being a problem with their phone. Because, like, you can't take a fucking 5th grader's iPhone away from them. Like, parents, with parents these days, too. Like,
dude, yeah, no way.
As hell.
Yeah, because, I mean, they're expensive. You know, anything happens.
Yeah.
Like, what if you break it? Like, what if you drop it when you're taking it? Who's covering it?
Yeah, fuck, as a teacher, I wouldn't even want to touch one, I guess.
Yeah, it's so, like... It's like almost like it's like a wallet now. It's like a set of keys. Like, you just don't, like... It's not yours. They're so personalized.
I love like the time that we live in for all that stuff, like for all this technology and like where we're at with things. But at the same time, I'd love to go like back and live in a week, like with my mindset now, but just like go back and for like a week.
I got time for that.
Maybe you had an interesting insight.
No,
you're right.
It's not what it's for.
Yeah. Yeah, I would go back and, like, in my current mind and, like, go back and live in when we just had, like, you know, a regular, like, a sidekick or something, you know?
Yeah, that shit was tight.
It was funny.
Because, like, data plans were, like, hardly even a thing then.
Right, it was, like, texting plans.
Yeah, it wasn't even really much.
Yeah, how did that even work?
I had a sidekick for a bit.
Same, not very long.
Yeah, and then, like, it was, like, towards the end of it. I had a sidekick when, like, the iPhone came out. So it was, like, middle ground.
I had that first iPhone, too.
Yeah. It was alright. Yeah, because, like, with the iPhone, it was mandatory to have data.
Yeah.
They didn't force you. With the sidekick, you didn't have to. It was, like, a perk.
I remember when I first got my iPhone, too, like, MySpace was still around, so... but there wasn't like an app for it or anything, I don't think. So it was like I didn't even really use it for that. I remember like we were just playing like Doodle Jump and shit.
Doodle Jump was tight.
Yeah.
And then I remember having like the YouTube thing was pretty popular on that shit, even though like the videos look probably terrible. But like that was a big app for it. And then I think MySpace was still pretty popular. I remember I had a MySpace app on the Sidekick.
Really?
And an AIM app, AIM.
Damn, yeah, I remember that.
So those were like the big ones.
Mm.
That was like, yeah, it's so weird to see that to now. Like, where you just have, alright, I can text, that's about it. Straight to, hey, I'm on Facebook all day.
Mm. Yeah.
Seeing too much shit.
It happened fast too, man. Like, over the course of like 5 years, like, I don't know, we're in a crazy, like, an extraordinary time for it too, like, because I remember the day I got on Instagram was, like, it was really new, like,
yeah,
Instagram was new as hell, but, like, what that's turned into now as a platform is crazy, like, I'd argue that Instagram's the biggest right now, like, I mean, Facebook, obviously,
yeah,
but, like,
it's top
shit,
3.
they're the same thing, Facebook,
yeah,
Instagram, but, yeah, I mean, for both of those, I think, kind of go hand in hand. But just, yeah, what those have evolved into, like, Instagram was literally just, like, you put a filter over a picture. And, like, we all edited our pictures, kind of, like, back in the day, you know? But, like, that made it so easy, and it was, like, that simple to, like, do that and share with your friends. And, like, that changed the game, you know? And, like, that app's still around, but what it's evolved to, like...
Yeah, I kind of hate where it's went. At least a little bit.
Really?
I could see it more so like it makes sense for business shit.
Mm-hmm.
So that's probably why businesses are using it more.
Yeah.
But like back in the day, it was just literally so your friends could see some shit.
It was simple,
Here's a photo, and that was it.
Mm-hmm.
You liked it, you know, and like it was direct, you know, it just like came out at the time it came out.
Yeah.
Just straightforward, couple hashtags, you know, and that was it.
That's why I'm such a big fan of Instagram, though, more so now than I ever was before. Like, for using it as a tool more so than just using it as the means to share with your friends, because like that's cool, but I want to use it to build something like now, so that's what I like about it.
Yeah, because like I guess on the topic of it, like I use Instagram for my work. I do it for like my shop.
Yeah.
And it works. You get interactions. People
Mm-hmm.
can see your stuff. So it is like a door opener too.
For sure.
So like people that are like maybe not familiar with the store can see it and like, oh, cool, it's right there.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's a cool side of it. You probably couldn't do that when it first started. That's for sure. It
Yeah.
wouldn't be as easy to kind of like share it.
Yeah, I think. Did we talk about this earlier, or were we already on this with like businesses not even being on Instagram yet?
Talked about it a little bit.
Yeah,
we touched on it.
Yeah. So that's like another point, is now that's like the main thing a business does when they are a business. Like you can be day one of a business and you make an Instagram, you know.
Exactly.
Whereas back in the day, if you had like an online business, well, not back in the day, but maybe like, I don't know, 5 years ago, you didn't think about like making an Instagram. You maybe have like a blog for it or something with your website. It would be like Tumblr or something. Like,
Yeah.
You remember how big Tumblr was back in the day? Like,
Yeah, I never really got into it.
yeah, no, it wasn't my thing either, but that was when like blogging was super big, because like that platform made it like cool. So like that's crazy to think about too. Like Tumblr's not really a thing anymore. Like you remember like Tumblr famous people?
Yeah,
like that
was a big thing for like, I don't know, early 2010.
2010, yeah. So that's like a big shift, and like if you were, so that also is another point of it's made like more people want to be able to, or just to start a business, because it's like, well, I have an Instagram, so why can't I make a business like with an Instagram, you know, like give it a shot, try to sell some shit.
Yeah, exactly. Where you don't even have to have like, you can literally just be an Instagram business.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You can just have shops.
Nothing else.
Yeah, that's it. You don't have to like, you don't have to like conjure up the idea anymore. Be like, well, I have this, and then now I can use Instagram. Like, start with Instagram.
Right. Yeah, like you don't have to be a storefront, and then it's cool, man.
I think that's cool. I like that idea of it.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely expands like what you like, because we wouldn't think about that 10 years ago.
Possibilities, yeah.
Yeah, you're like, no, I need like physical
funding.
stuff. Yeah, exactly.
I need the funding to like start this storefront that might flop, and then I'm in debt. But yeah, what's the worst that can happen if you start a t-shirt company? You know, start with like 2 t-shirts, see what happens. If it blows up, then you buy more t-shirts or something.
Exactly, and you could just be all literally, all right, I'm gonna go Instagram this shit. Look at tags that are popular, similar ideas.
If it flops, then it's like, what did you really lose?
Yeah, maybe you front like $150 for shirts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no. If they're cool, you'll just wear them.
Right.
Yeah, that's not a bad way of going about it. Yeah, it's out there, man. You can definitely do it. Yeah, you could definitely you can start anything you want now. I think even like 5 years ago, it's a lot harder. Maybe the mindset was different for me, but because I mean, like we're doing a lot of because we were like touring and stuff. We would market cities with like Facebook ads. Yeah, we did do that, and it helped grow us for sure. Yeah. So I guess kind of dipped your toes into it. Really.
Back when me and you were doing band stuff, I wish that I had been more interested in all this side of it, because that now of like what bands do on Facebook and stuff, where they dump like money into posting like a video or something like that, it's crazy. Like if you look at some of like 1.2 million views on a Facebook video, which is like they don't get those numbers on YouTube or something, you know. But it's like, since that's like Facebook's allowed that platform to have the marketing like that, where you can put like, I don't even know how much that would cost. I don't have that much knowledge into it now, because back in the day, I mean, it's probably still cheap now, but back when we were doing it, like $10 got you like, I don't know, like a 10,000 person reach, you know?
Yeah, I remember that.
So we would like, and we were griping about it, you know, like we would gripe about that shit, because we were like, oh, why don't you just show our fucking fans our posts, you know? But like, little did we know that's cheap as fuck for what it reaches, because that was before they had algorithms too, like, or maybe they had just started doing algorithms, like for like who it showed your posts and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure it was like still chronological.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah. So that's like a big turning point too, because now it's like everyone's in competition with each other. It's not just like, ever since the news feed has been like, it decides what you want to see, you know.
Yeah, I also think like when you do have to pay for something like that, it makes businesses really make sure what they're making a post about it's gonna do well, you know. Yeah. You're not gonna throw like $100 at something you think is like a fucking joke. So it does boost the quality that you do see. Yeah. For the most part.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know. For the most part, I think in what I see I don't browse Facebook too much. Like, I just don't like consume that side of things. Like, I just don't really. I don't know. I guess I don't really do too much on any of my platforms except for maybe Twitter. But yeah, I use them more so as a tool now, not just to browse like leisurely. Like, I use them more to be like pushing something or
just being like, kind of interacting.
Yeah.
So you're still doing your blog stuff, right?
Yeah. So I do my own website stuff also So yeah, that's. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I don't consume too much, but like when I am on Facebook, I don't know what it's really showing me. I'm not sure how it decides, you know, like whose posts I'm seeing, because I see, I don't know how many friends I have on there, like 2,000 or something on my Facebook, but yeah, I know I'm not seeing a lot of those people. Like, what are they up to? Fuck if I know. Like, I'll never know. I really won't.
Kids buried out.
Yeah. Because there isn't even that option, like, to see things in chronological order, I don't think, anymore. Probably not.
No, I feel that. Yeah, it's... think about 2,000 people in a room, and that you can, like, reach. That's crazy. Huge. That's stadium shit, dude.
That is a crazy thought, actually, to think about 2,000 people.
Because we think, like, I think a lot of people probably think it's a small number. Like, oh, it's only like 2,000. But imagine that in a room. Yeah. That's huge, man.
You can't... You'd have to have a big room.
Yeah,
it's a pretty fucking big room, man. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that's a good way to put it in perspective.
And like going back to that, like Ariana Grande, like, or just anyone within that sort of huge numbers. Yeah, dude, like what? I don't know. She's at like 9 million or some shit.
Yeah, sounds right.
Yeah, so just imagine that. I'm like, so many people. You just see your shit. That's bigger than I think anything. Most ads. Like big ads, like before Instagram, probably
never really got that. That's like some McDonald's numbers.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Where 2 million people know your shit.
Right.
It's like, go back to the 80s, probably not. Like, dude, it's got to be real slim pickings. For
That's
like,
true.
Those kind of big numbers. And, like, you see it more and more now. Or even, like, 100K, you know? That's huge.
Yeah, if you think about, like, if you're ever bummed about, like, where you're at with your standing on, like, say you're trying to build a business or something, I think, like, fuck, man, I have a pretty big belief of, like, if you had, like, this is a pretty big number, but, like, imagine, like, 1,500 people really giving a fuck about what you do. Like, that's all you would ever need.
Oh,
like, if there
sure.
was 1,500 people that, like, fucking supported the shit out of you, like, you made those people love you, and, like, whatever you put out there, like, I love this dude, like, he's fucking awesome, like, everything he does is gold. And even if that's all you ever got, that was your cap, but you had that amount of people, fuck, dude, like, that's all you would ever need. Like, for my, like, for instance, what I like to do, like, if I were to take a picture that I really liked and I made prints of it, like, and I don't know, I sold it for $15, and, like, that amount of people, like, just supported the shit out of me. They loved what I did. They all bought prints, like, that's it, man, you know?
Yeah.
Like, there you go. Like, that's just, and everyone has access to that. Like, I mean, obviously, it's not easy to make 1,500 people, roughly, that amount of people, like, fucking adore you.
Yeah,
but,
super dig your shit.
Yeah. But I don't know, man, it's like,
The opportunities are there.
you have to reach it, you know? You just have to go out and, like, try to take it. But it's there for everybody at the taking, like, so that's what's fucking awesome. I love that idea. That's the idea I try to think about all the time, like, and then to put it into, like, your perspective too, like, you record a band and then that band's reaches that amount of people, or, like, you know, I don't know, it's a little, I feel like it's maybe a little bit different when you think about it in recording ways, but
No, for sure. Because,
Yeah.
like, it's their audience, too. It's kind of just, like, it's almost like a reaction. You get, like, someone put something out, someone else hears it,
Yeah.
they tell someone. So it's kind of like the same deal. Yeah, because then you have, like, I mean, you don't get as many, like, you're not going to, like, I mean, it'd be pretty crazy if you did, like, 1,500 bands.
Yeah.
Or, like, or just artists.
Mhm.
But, like, I guess in the sense it's, you have, I mean, your reach is about similar.
Right.
You, at least starting up, you know,
Mhm.
having someone give a shit about your work, because you have to be good enough to a point where
That's
people, like,
true.
appreciate it, and then it starts picking up.
Yeah, man. I mean, I think that super applies to, like, bands too. You know, like a lot of bands have, like, smaller bands, like the genres that we used to play, like hardcore metal, punk, like stuff like that. I think that applies to things like that too. Like, you see these bands that have, like, hundreds of thousands of likes and stuff, and they're probably doing really well, but if you got, like, that 10,000 fan mark and, like, these people just really fucking gave a fuck about you, like, that's, like, dude, there'd be no better feeling than that, like, and then just from there, obviously, it would grow, because, like, if people really strongly, like, liked your band that much, like, even if it was that low number, it's just,
You could float off it.
yeah, and,
Yeah,
like,
it'd be
comparatively, you'd be like, well, fuck, I'm not as big as this band that has 1 million fans, but, like, what if that 10,000 fans likes you more than, I don't know, 100 of those 1 million fans likes that band? I don't know. It's just different ways to think about
No,
it.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Like, if you have, like, 10,000 of your fans being truly dead,
Yeah.
like, dead set on supporting you,
Mm-hmm.
opposed to, like, 1 million, where only, like, it's, like,
Got a
interaction.
percentage.
Yeah,
they're,
you
like,
get,
they're decent. I'm
Exactly.
trying to think of, like, what a band would be like that. Like, where people are just like, that band's tight, but they have a lot of fans, you know?
I don't know. People get...
There is bands like that.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of any.
Probably, like, fuck, I couldn't think of it. Because, like, there's definitely bands out there that's, like, you like that band, but they probably don't have diehard fans.
Nickelback.
Yeah, that was where my mind was going,
Yeah.
too, like, you think, but they probably got people out there that are like, that's my favorite fucking band, but I can't think of those motherfuckers.
Yeah,
Who is that?
Isn't that very...
Yeah, like,
They're good. Well, listen to them. Like, they'll go, like, hang out. Like, yeah, it's all right.
yeah, I
Nickelback.
like them.
Yeah, not like, fuck you, Nickelback. Like, they're going to travel with them. Like,
Yeah.
they're, like, caravanning with them.
What's that one band that people really like to do that with? Grateful Dead.
Oh, yeah,
That's
dude.
Deadheads.
Yeah, I was talking to this guy at my work. He was a deadhead.
Deadhead. That's what they do, huh?
Yeah, they just travel like so. How they get around is selling fucking bracelets they make.
Holy shit.
Or like acid.
That's either or.
Yeah,
that's
they just travel around and like that's just how they would pay for gas and like they'd get fed and stuff. And they do it for a long time, man.
It's fucking awesome.
Just like sell T-shirts and shit. Trade. They do like a lot of bartering, I guess.
Just deadheads.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, I guess that's a chill lifestyle. You get to experience some shit. I
It's
guess.
a funny concept.
Yeah, I don't think that happens so much now, though. Probably
Yeah.
not. Maybe the people like there's like some people that follow like Warped Tour and shit though. So
Yeah.
Maybe like that.
Mhm.
I don't think it's as broad though.
Yeah. Speaking of Warped Tour, I'm excited for that this year. I haven't gone to a Warped Tour in like probably 4 years.
Really?
Yeah. We got it on Saturday this year.
Dope. I think
Actually, I'll probably already have quit my job, so it doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
But that's funny how that works.
That's pretty rad. Making the steps.
Right.
Yeah, Warped Tour should be cool. It's actually a good lineup. I felt like last year was pretty good. The 2
Yeah.
years before that, I didn't really care for it. I mean, I still went, just didn't really It's whenever they switch to, I don't like that they switched to Qualcomm.
Is it still there?
Yeah,
This year?
I think it's still there.
I've never been there for it.
Probably because I'm so used to Sleep Train. I'm just like snooty booty about it.
Yeah. Well, I think I'm gonna start a live video
Cool.
and see if anyone wants to fucking talk about some stuff. Get some Q&A and then
Yeah, I'm down.
see if anyone wants to talk. Let's do it.
Throw it
What
up.
are we at? What's the time?
47.
Yeah, let's do Q&A.
Q&A would be cool. I mean, you'd start, I guess, do some Q&A, me and you.
See if
at
anyone's
least.
talking on there.
Let's see, I got 3 live. Let's say who up.
Who up?
Alright, let's see. Can I even type? I think we should ask some questions.
Live. Who up? We're at a gnarly middle part.
Take it.
Middle.
Let's see.
Fat Josh, what's up, my man? Doing a podcast.
This lighting's not very good over here. Like right behind it, it's all like darkening. Yeah, I guess, so, you're shooting Warped Tour now. How long have you been doing photos and shit now? It's been like a while now.
Taking it seriously, probably like 8 months to where I've made it to where I want to do like real things with it.
Yeah, because like now, how many live shows have you shot now?
Shit, man, probably like 10. Yeah, I've only recently really started to like shooting live too, which was like when I first started taking pictures. It was like, fuck, like I obviously like having a lot of friends in bands, like they want you to take live pictures, and it was just like, that's not fun. It's like a difficult process to be taking live pictures just because you don't have the vantage points that you would want to have. The lighting is obviously always trash, but now that I've gotten like a little bit more experience behind it, it's like a fun thing because like there's something of like capturing emotion of live that like you can't get other places. So that's been super cool. That's like something I found out recently is like I think it was more so like the bands that I was shooting too. Like when you shoot a band that like really puts it into their live show, it's like, damn, that was tight. Like I'm glad that I did that. Or like I took that picture, I was like, I know that's gonna be sick because like you could feel it. Like you're there and you feel it. So that's been fun. I'm excited for that.
Yeah, because like what you did emo night, those came out pretty rad.
Yeah.
That was a cool spot.
Oh.
Let's get to like
Nux
venture
is
up.
here.
Yeah, Nux.
Oh, what are you doing, boy? Nux is asleep.
Yeah.
I don't think you can see him.
Probably not.
There he is.
The wee lad.
If you're still here, Rebecca, there's Nux.
Yeah, I think a lot of it. Well, because it's like with any craft, you just got to do it a lot.
Mm-hmm. You find what you like.
Mm-hmm. You make sure you just keep doing it. Yeah. Or like, where do you think you're going to do more of that or less?
For live stuff?
Yeah. Is that like a goal for you? Something like you just want to do?
Dude, I love, like, as of more so recently, like, I really like it now. Like, I got to shoot a big stage, like, not too long ago. So on the main stage, which was sick, and I, like, be super sick to shoot arenas, like, big touring bands would be super fun. Like, those are bands that know what they're doing, too, you know? Like, they do that for a living, so they're, like, putting on a real show. Like, not to say these bands aren't putting on a real show, but that's, like, they're doing...
Theatrics.
Yeah,
like,
there's theater involved, like, fucking fire and shit. Like, that would be rad. You got anyone on your end asking anything?
Not yet.
No?
Yeah, not yet.
I wish you could put that's one thing about Instagram Live is you can't put, like, a title. Like, if I were to have, like, hey, come and ask me a question.
Oh, yeah, they don't have that.
It doesn't have that.
It just, like, it is what it is.
Like a comment, but...
Yeah. I don't think I've ever done Instagram Live yet.
No?
No.
It's kind of a cool thing. Like, I've been wanting to do it for, like, photo shoots and stuff. Or I've done it a couple times, like, of just throwing on Instagram Live and, like, putting my phone somewhere.
Oh, my phone's probably gonna die, actually. I thought you bring that up.
What's up, wannabe HXC?
Yeah, because it pretty much alerts people, right, when you go live.
Mm-hmm.
Gives you a little, like, he's live.
I wonder if it sends it to everyone. Oh, I got a Gabby Ghost says, where do you see yourself in 10 years? It's a long time.
For you?
And for you?
For me? In 10
I'll
years?
answer too.
10 years from now. It's a long time. I'll be like, what, 33, 34.
Dude, that's hard to judge.
Maybe have a kid. I want to have, like,
you want to have a kid?
Little, yeah, that'd be dope. I think that'd be fair. And then, hopefully far along in my career to where I'm doing a lot of vacationing.
Nice.
Yeah, because I think I want to have, like, so right now, my mid-20s, young to mid, the biggest thing I want to be doing is I want to build up some sort of career musically, or just ideally, and hopefully expand that enough to where I can, like, not have to go take one of those traditional jobs.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be cool. Own a house, travel. That's, like, mainly it. You know, just keep doing this. Maybe better. Where do you think you'll be at? We'll probably still be kicking it.
We've made it this far.
I know.
I don't even know what we're at then, as far as 17 years. 17. I suck at math.
Shit, I think, dude.
We probably met when we were 7, so 16 years. 10 years, I don't know. That's hard. That's so hard to think about, like, where we're gonna be at as fast as everything's moved. But as far as, like, me career-wise, I just want to be, like, doing something that I like, because I've lived, like, long enough now to where making my